Hey, what is up, guys? You're watching Up in Pokemon TCG, and in today's video, guys, what I got for you, we're going to be doing a Aegislash video. So I originally built a vanilla straightforward Aegislash deck, and I wasn't really a huge fan of it. The concept was cool, but then I figured out that Aegislash can actually be played with some partners, with some friends, and so I decided to opt for that version, and overall, I think this is a way more entertaining version to play. So if you're unfamiliar with Aegislash, it has the ability Mysterious Shield, which just prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's EX and Pokemon V, which is very cool because it's literally a giant wall. And then it also has the attack Hard Bashing for 120, and this attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it can't be hit, but it can hit through anything. Really cool concept for a card. I really like this. And before you guys comment anything, if you looked at the list, this is before anything has really dropped for Paradox Rift. This is probably going to be the first deck profile that I'm going to upload. The next few are going to be kind of like this style because I am out for heart surgery, and this is just a pre-recorded deck, so that way I had some stuff uploaded to the channel. So the line of Aegislash we're going to be playing is going to be a 3-1-3 line. I decided to opt for a Doublade, so that way you don't really have to necessarily rely too heavily on Rare Candy. That's the word. So we got a 3-1-3 line of that. And we're also going to be partnering it up with a 2-2 line of Scizor. So it has, I think it's Punishing Scissors. I can't read upside down. Yeah, Punishing Scissors. So it's going to do 10 and then 50 more damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that have an ability. So obviously this can hit certain decks for a good chunk of damage. It takes 1 metal energy. It only gives up 1 prize, but it can dish out a high amount of damage. And overall, I just really like the combination of Aegislash and Scizor. I think that is a pretty sweet combo, and I decided just to go for that because it seemed like it would be a cool concept. But since we do run Luminous Energy, I also decided to opt for our Radiant to be Radiant Charizard. So later in the game, if your opponent's like taking like 5 prizes or something like that, or 4, you can just slap down Charizard and it'll be a nice 250 attacker that can deal a good amount of damage. So, that's kind of a no-brainer. So those are going to be our attackers for the most part. If you're attacking anything else in the deck, you're probably not having a good time. As for the other Pokemon, we are running a 2-2 Bibarel line. This is the wrong Bidoof. I know I cannot find mine, and so I just kind of opted for these Brilliant Stars ones, but you definitely want to play the other one, the one that everybody literally plays right now. And then we're also going to be doing the Skwovet combination, so that way you can use Skwovet's ability, which will put your hand size down to 1 as I can't reach it and grab it. And then, of course, you can draw with Bibarel. It's a common combination, so these are cool little cards to monkey around with this deck. And then the other 2 support Pokemon we have are going to be Manaphy and Jirachi. Manaphy is in here to protect your bench from damage, and of course, Stellar Veil is going to protect you from Pokemon's abilities from attacks, which is cool. All right, and that'll do it for the Pokemon line. And next, we're going to be taking a look at the supporter line, which I am still kind of tinkering with. The numbers on this I don't think are perfect, so just kind of take this with a grain of salt. So we have 3 Iono, 2 Arven, which is really good in this deck. We have 2 Professor's Research. We've got 2 Boss's Orders. We've got 1 Raihan and then 1 Arezu in this deck because Arezu allows us to search for up to 3 evolution Pokemon that don't have a roll box and put them in our hand. So we can, of course, grab cards like Scizor. We can grab cards like Doublade. We can grab Aegislash. And we can grab Bibarel, which is nice. So Arezu is just a cool little searching card in here for us to get our Pokemon out a little more frequently. So that is going to do it for the supporter line. Again, kind of a work in progress. I don't think it is perfect yet, but this is a starting list if you guys want to have a nice basis for Aegislash. All right, now we're going to be taking a look at the item cards here. So we're starting off with 4 Battle VIP Pass because, quite frankly, in this format, with this kind of deck, you are definitely going to need Battle VIP Pass. I'm going to make sure these are in frame. Yes, they are, okay. Making sure they're in frame. But yeah, it's just opening with it. You can tell when you play decks that use Battle VIP Pass and you don't open it versus when you do. It's just way too good to not play. And then we, of course, have 4 Ultra Ball along with 4 Level Ball. So Level Ball is in here over Nest Ball because you're going to have access to cards like Honedge, Scyther, your Skwovet, your Manaphy, your Jirachi, your Bidoof, and your Doublade. So that means really the only thing you can't grab are your Scizor, Aegislash, and Bibarel. So Level Ball, all in all, just a way better option, I think. So that's why we're rocking 4 of those. And then we have 3 Rare Candy, and then we have 2 of the new card, Luxurious Cape, which is going to give your Pokemon an extra 100 HP if it doesn't have a roll box, of course. However, when it's knocked out, that means your opponent takes 1 more prize card. So it's pretty much just going to turn Aegislash into a 250 HP beat stick that can't be hit by anything except single prize attackers. So it's going to make those single prize attackers have to work a little harder for it. So, I mean, really, it was just a cool combination there. You just have 250 HP, and the bigger Pokemon can't attack it. So that's why we're going with the Luxurious Cape. And then, of course, we're going to be running 1 copy of Super Rod to shuffle our stuff back into the deck. Those support Pokemon could come in clutch, or we might need to shuffle some energy, or Scizor might be a really good attacker. It just, you know, whatever. And then we also have 2 copies of Artazon, which basically means there's 2. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic Pokemon that doesn't have a roll box and put it on their bench. You can grab everything in the deck basic-wise except Radiant Charizard, so that's just really good. Plus, I mean, you do need a counter Stadium Path of the Peak. Doesn't really necessarily screw you up too much besides Radiant Charizard. Temple of Sinnoh can give you some problems, so you do just kind of want something that can help just kind of bring your deck to life a little bit. Between the Level Balls, Artazon, and Battle VIP Pass. Hopefully setup shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, really, it's, yeah. I don't know. I preferred this version over what I built originally. The one I built originally was just so vanilla and it didn't have Battle VIP Pass, and I'm like, yeah, we are definitely we are definitely adding Battle VIP Pass. All right. Now for the energy, I do need some explanations here because I let someone borrow 2 of my Luminous Energy, so I'm proxying at the moment. These are 4 Luminous Energy. I want to go ahead and point that out now. So, as long as this, you know what, screw it, we're going to go with it. As long as this Pokemon is attached to an energy, provides every type of energy, but only provides 1 energy at a time. So basically, that is just going to be a nice little rainbow energy in a way for you. And allow you to use Radiant Charizard and things like that. So, plus it's got a cool picture, right? The only downside, of course, you can only have 1 special energy attached to the Pokemon at a time, which is fine. I mean, really, Aegislash costs like 2 energy, and one of them has to be a metal. So hopefully you don't get put in that position. And then we're going to round out the deck with 6 metal energy. So that'll be the energy count here. And the basic strategy of the deck, guys, is very, very simple. You, of course, have your Aegislash, which will be kind of your main attacker. And then you have your Scizor, of course, for your backup. And then Radiant Charizard will be that late game kind of sweeper Pokemon that just comes down and you attach 1 energy to it and bam, it's 250 damage. And then, of course, you got your support Pokemon in here. That'll be just kind of helping you get some additional cards to your hand. Bibarel is, of course, a fantastic draw card. Partner that up with your Skwovet, which is really nice. Yeah. So you just shuffle your hand. If you have a dead hand, just put it at the bottom of your deck. Draw a card, and then you Industrious and Scissors, and draw some extra cards. And then really when it comes to like benching other Pokemon with this deck, obviously the bench space can get really crowded with your Jirachi, Manaphy, Skwovet, Bibarel. In certain matchups, you'll have certain Pokemon that you really want to put down. It just depends. Like if you see a Radiant Greninja, obviously you want to slap down Manaphy ASAP. If you're facing off against something like, that has a Sableye or whatever, you really want to play down Jirachi. And then of course we do have our 1 copy of Super Rod in here. So that way we can shuffle those back in there in case they do get removed from the field. So, all in all, this is just a really fun concept that I wanted to cover for a video. And I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. I will have some more deck profiles that I've already scheduled that'll come up after this one. And then hopefully I accomplish my goal of getting at least 4 or 5 videos finished and uploaded, so that way you guys have something to watch while I'm recovering. But thank y'all so much for watching. Take care. Love you. And yeah, let me know what you guys like about Paradox Rift. I'm a huge fan of Aegislash, and that's why I started covering it first.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.